Welcome to The Explainer, where we take complex topics and, well, make them simple. All right, today we're jumping into Chapter 8 of a 10-chapter course on AI ethics, business, and society by Virtualization Options LLC. And this chapter is a big one. It's all about looking forward, trying to get a handle on the future of AI ethics. And that question right there is really at the heart of everything. I mean, AI is advancing at this just dizzying pace, right? It's straining all of our current ideas about what's ethical. So the big question is, are we actually ready for what's coming next? So let's get into it. The source material lays out this really clear roadmap for us. We're going to talk about 4 critical pathways that are going to shape the next 10 years of AI ethics. And this covers everything from what happens inside a company all the way to AI's footprint on the entire planet. First up, the path to AI maturity. This is all about moving ethics from some item on a checklist to being a core part of a company's DNA. So first, we've got to look inward. We're talking about that internal journey organizations need to take. It's not just about using AI anymore. It's about using it wisely, ethically. Okay, get this. This number is just staggering. Only 1% of companies using AI think they're actually mature in how they use it. Just 1%. That tells you there's this huge, gaping chasm between adopting the tech and actually knowing how to manage it responsibly. And that's not just a gap, is it? It's a massive risk. It shows we have these incredibly powerful tools, but maybe not yet the wisdom to use them safely. So, how do you get to that level of maturity? Well, it means weaving ethics into every single step of the process. This isn't some final check you do before you go live. No, it starts way back at the beginning when you're just figuring out the problem. And it keeps going with constant monitoring and real accountability long after that system is out in the world. And really, what this all boils down to is you gotta go beyond the checklist. Real maturity isn't just about being compliant. It's about a deep-seated cultural shift. It's about having the guts to ask the really hard questions. Not just how are we building this, but why are we building it, and who is it actually for? Now, getting the company culture right is absolutely crucial. But it's only half the story. A company's best efforts can only go so far. To build a truly responsible future with AI, we need everybody on board. We need an informed, engaged public. And that brings us to this idea of AI literacy. And look, this is way more than just knowing how to code. The source material calls it a core competency for being a citizen today. Think about it. It's about having the tools to navigate a world that's being shaped by algorithms and being able to actually have a say in how they're governed. So how do we build that literacy? Well, as you can see here, it's not on one person or one group. It's a massive coordinated effort. We're talking about integrating this stuff into schools, into workplace training, launching public campaigns. The whole idea is to empower everyone so we can all be active participants in this AI future, not just passive subjects. Okay, so we've talked about culture and public awareness. Now, let's get into the really cool stuff, the actual tools. Let's look at the technical innovations that are helping developers turn these big, abstract ideas about ethics into something real and practical. And these innovations are a total game changer. On one side, you have explainability tools. These basically let us peek inside that infamous black box and see why an AI made a certain call. Super important. Then, on the other side, you've got amazing privacy-preserving techniques. This means we can train AI on really sensitive data without ever having to pull it all into one place or risk exposing it. It's incredible. And what's really fantastic is that so many of these powerful toolkits are open source. Think about what that means. It completely democratizes this whole effort. It gives developers everywhere, not just at the giant tech companies, access to top-tier tools to find and fix bias in their systems. But, and this is a huge but, we have to remember something really important. Even the absolute best tool is, well, it's just a tool. It's not magic. It can't replace human judgment. It can't understand the social context or decide what fairness even means for a particular community. For that, you always need wise human oversight. Okay, on to our 4th and final pathway. And this is a big one that often gets left out of the conversation, but it's becoming impossible to ignore. We have to talk about the environmental cost of AI, the planetary price tag of all this progress. Just look at this statistic for a second. Training just one big AI model can have the same carbon footprint as 5 cars over their entire lifetimes. That's wow. It's such a powerful gut check, isn't it? It reminds us that all this incredible computational power comes with a very real world cost in energy and carbon, and it's a bill we can't just ignore. This chart does a great job of laying it all out. You see the problem and the potential solution right next to each other. First, look at that data center growth, a 10% jump every year. Then you see that our whole tech sector is already responsible for 3 to 5% of all global emissions. That's huge. But then, look at that third bar. That's the hope. A potential 40% reduction in that impact if we get serious about green AI. So, how do we get there? Well, it's not just one thing. It's a whole strategy. We need more efficient algorithms, better hardware. We need to run our data centers on renewable energy. And critically, we need transparency. We have to actually measure and report the carbon footprint of these models so we can manage what we're measuring. Okay, so let's pull this all together. We've walked through these 4 big pathways, right? Maturing as a company, building public literacy, using innovative new tools, and tackling the sustainability issue. Now, let's see how they combine to show us the path forward and what our collective responsibility really is. This timeline really maps out the next decade for us. And the key takeaway is that the decisions we're making right now, as AI becomes a part of everything, are setting the stage for everything that comes next. For the laws, the regulations, the social norms. And as you can see, as public literacy grows over time, that's going to fuel a much bigger demand for accountability. And that's really the core challenge, isn't it? It's this constant balancing act, juggling innovation with protecting our human values, our rights, and, the planet itself. And it's not something you solve once. It's a continuous process. We have to keep adapting and reflecting as this technology just keeps evolving. Which brings us to the final and maybe most important question. The potential of AI is just undeniable. But what kind of future are we actually going to choose to build with it? Because its path isn't set in stone. It's not some predetermined future barreling towards us. It's a future that will be built by the choices that all of us make, as developers, as leaders, and as citizens. The choice is ours.